As snowbirds get ready to take flight before summer, you might want to think twice about who you trust to get your car home. For the past year, the Contact 5 investigators have been fielding complaints about one local car transport company that consumers claim is taking them for a ride in the wrong direction. Contact 5 investigator Katie LeGrone checked into these complaints and tracked down the company's president.
81-year-old Buddy Bortman is on the hunt for justice.
Then another guy says these comments are placed by the company. They do not believe them.
After he says a car transport company recently shipped him nothing but problems.
Very aggravating, extremely aggravating.
It started last fall.
At a time when I lost my wife and I'm getting into living a different life, I have nothing but aggravation.
Buddy says he needed his car shipped from Massachusetts to Boca Raton. When one transport company never showed, he dialed up a company he used before. Boca Raton-based Transport Services, an online broker that claims to be one of the most reputable auto relocation companies around.
Crooked. Out to scam older people.
That's because Buddy says just minutes after he signed on with Transport Services, coincidentally, the other company showed up.
Within 10 minutes.
So Buddy canceled his order with the promise of a full refund.
$800.
That Buddy says never arrived from Transport Services. For the past year, the Contact 5 investigators have been tracking Transport Services online and what appears to be a company pattern of leaving customers around the country high and dry.
My name is Robin Lenoche, and I live in Chicago. They're liars.
Robin Lenoche hired the company a few years ago to ship her car to Florida. She says she paid a deposit but never got the service.
We were lied to day after day.
It was nothing but headaches after I paid them their money.
Andrew Leff of Pennsylvania told us through Skype he also hired Transport Services to ship his car from Texas to Philadelphia. But when it finally arrived more than 2 weeks later,
my car was underneath, I would say, 4 totaled cars that was covered in fluid.
His quest for answers went nowhere with the company, so Leff took matters into his own hands.
I didn't want anyone to have to literally experience what I had gone through, and I couldn't believe that my case was isolated.
3 years later, his website for the angry and frustrated is still attracting the disappointed and dissatisfied. So too is the Better Business Bureau that shows the company, which is not a member, has an F rating. And turns out the Florida Attorney General's office has also fielded complaints about the company, nearly 3 dozen. While the company does have its supporters who rave about the service, most claiming Transport Services provided customers nothing but pricey hassles and costly headaches. So what does the company have to say?
So what's going on? Why do you guys have so many complaints?
I don't know. I really don't want to do an interview.
The company's chief wasn't around when we stopped by their office.
Well, we've been calling since last week. We've been calling you guys for the last 10 days.
I'm sorry, but I'm not really the best
what's
person
going
to
on
speak
here?
with.
So we showed up a few hours later.
Hey, Jeremy, how's it going?
And found Jeremy Feller, the company's president.
Hey, Jeremy, why are all these people complaining about you? Jeremy, why don't you just talk to us?
We never did get any answers from the company or its president. Buddy Bortman was refunded most of his money through his credit card company. We contacted the Federal Motor Carriers Association, which regulates car transport companies and brokers. They are now looking into Transport Services and some of its business practices. Meantime, consumer experts warn before you sign up to have your car shipped this season, do your research, check online review boards, check to make sure the company you want to use is even licensed to do business in your area. And finally, if the company refuses to take a credit card, that's your sign to walk away. If you want to report your own experience, head to our website, WPTV.com. There, we've posted several links to organizations where you can file your own complaints. Katie LeGrone, WPTV, News Channel 5.